What is going on, y'all? It's Bodyworks here, and today we're talking about lunges. So, first off, man, what are lunges? It's just a form of movement in UFC4 that you can use to counter and really to dodge strikes. And it'll overall, if you have these down, it'll help your counter striking game. It'll help you win fights. So, two types of lunges: a minor lunge and a major lunge. So, a major lunge, they're a bit easier to see, right? This is a major lunge. So how do you do these? You hold L1, right, and then you can flick either the left or the right stick. You can flick it up, down, back, forwards, left, right. You can go any direction you would like with these, and they're a good way to cover ground. They're a good way, say I'm stuck against the cage, right? He's pressuring me against the cage. It's a good way to try to circle out and get back to the center. Obviously, you're not going to do 8 in a row because they do take up a decent amount of stamina per lunge. Now, minor lunges are a bit harder to see visually, but if you go into practice mode by yourself, you will definitely see it. So, a minor lunge is when you flick the left stick to the left, to the right, and forwards, backwards. You can do them in all 4 directions, right? So that's one to the left, that's one to the right, that's one backwards, and that's one forwards. Now, these are super tiny movements, and you would wonder, like, why would I even bother using a minor lunge? It's pretty small, seems ineffective, overall seems useless. So you can actually dodge any type of strike that is a straight strike with a minor lunge. You can do the same with a major lunge, and it creates a bit bigger of a gap. And the same goes with any round strike, right? So the thing is, when it comes to these, is that you need to go in the same way that the round strike is going, because if you go into it, it'll do a ton of damage, right? As you can see, this lead hook does about 23 damage, and it does 26 max, but if I lean into it, it does 37 damage, 142% damage, and if you're wondering where I'm getting that from, it's on the left of the screen, right by Robert Whitaker's torso right there. So similar to leaning into a strike with your head movement, lunging into a strike also does increase damage. It does a lot of damage. And that's the risk you take when using lunges, but if you use them intelligently, you should be fine. But just to, again, illustrate the point that you don't want to lunge into a strike, here's a head kick from Robert. So right there, it did 62 damage, 100%. And as you can see, if I lean into it, it did 175% damage. 120 damage, 175% damage. Look at that, folks. Look at that on the left side of the screen. When you lunge into a strike, it does a shit ton more damage, and that almost did double damage with that head kick. And if you lean into something big like a head kick, you're easily going to get dropped. You might get flash KO'd right away. Bottom line, you don't want to lunge into a round strike. Now, how do you use these to dodge strikes effectively? Usually you aren't going to be dodging any type of punch with a lunge. I mean, you can, like, nothing's stopping you, right? Nothing's stopping you, but there's not a huge counter window. The counter window for slipping a straight with a major lunge or a minor lunge is about the same as just slipping it with head movement. So it's really no point of using lunges to dodge any type of punch. But when it comes to kicks, it's a whole different story, and you can now dodge kicks with lunges that you weren't able to dodge without a lunge. So for example, a body front kick, right? It's a straight strike, meaning the difference is a body front kick goes in a straight line, where a body roundhouse, it's a rounded strike, it's coming in from the side. So a way to dodge this body front kick is you can just simply lunge around it, right? So instead of blocking it or doing any of that, you can just lunge. Oops. You can lunge out of the way, and there's a huge counter window to the face, right? As you can see, Robert's going to try to come in here. Robert's going to try to come in here with the front kick to the face. Big counter window. Now, the thing that is so deadly about being able to dodge these strikes is that there's a huge counter window, and you can do massive damage when you counter. So if I slip that front kick, as you can see, I have the opportunity to land 2 clean hooks, and since he'll still be in that, he'll still be in the animation for that front kick, we're going to get that bonus vulnerability damage as well. And the same goes for any other straight strike, right? If I'm using Izzy and I throw that spinning back kick, right? I can slip it with a minor lunge like that. can slip with the minor lunge, or I can slip it with a major lunge. And the spinning back kick is another one where you'll run into some people who just absolutely love it. And it's kind of harder to counter with Robert Whitaker because he has short arms, but there's a huge counter window off of that, and you can do a lot of damage. So another example of how to use lunges effectively so you can A, dodge strikes, and B, counter strikes is against players who use maybe like 2 specific combinations and they kind of alternate the 2. One great example of this is Max Holloway players, right? So a lot of them, they love this combo, this initial combo, this leg kick. So a lot of Max Holloway players, they love this combo, this leg kick. If I can get it, there we go. That leg kick, spinning heel kick, and they'll mix in this combo as well. Oops. The leg kick to the jumping spin kick to the body. And what happens there, you can slip that kick to the body either way, because it's a straight strike. But, big but, as you can see, that spinning heel kick, right? That's a round strike. So you could lean into that. So a good way to make sure that you'll dodge both the body kick and the spin kick every time is you lunge towards his back leg, right? You lunge towards his back leg. And the reason why you want to lunge towards that rear leg is because, you know, with this body spin kick, right, you can slip that either way. You can slip it to the left and you can slip it to the right? So you can go either way with that. But with the spinning heel kick, if you go towards it, right? If you go towards it, it's gonna deal bonus damage. Shit just did 191% damage. That's not good, right? You don't want that. So to review, just always lunge towards the rear leg, so that way you don't get caught with some bullshit. And that's basically it for this video. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm gonna be dropping all types of UFC4 content, tips, tricks, tutorials, gameplay, pretty much all of it. So if you're interested in that, drop a sub and join me on this journey. I would appreciate it very much. But anyways, thank you for watching and have a good day.